guys. I was just sitting here on my meditation cushion, looking out the window, and I decided to turn the webcam on for a few minutes because while I was sitting here, I started thinking about my YouTube channel. You know, kind of reflecting on why I initially began it, and at the time what I hoped to accomplish, and so on. And, you know, wondering if anyone would really be interested in some woman talking about her starseed life. And at that time, I seriously never gave a thought to subscribers or algorithms. I actually didn't even know what all that meant. I mean, I hardly do today. Frankly, I was kind of amazed and excited as people began subscribing. And of course, that really helped me to encourage me to continue to make more videos. It would always touch my heart when someone would leave a comment telling me they had appreciated what I was saying, or they might ask a question about something I'd mentioned. It just gave my life some sort of meaning that it didn't quite have before. And it was very moving. Then, over time, making these videos just kind of became a part of my life. I sincerely wanted to share anything I felt might be helpful in some way to others like myself. Those who have maybe always felt different or yearning to go home to source or back with their ET family. Because I knew I could appreciate totally and encourage them and console them, just like I'd wished somebody could have done for me. I wanted to somehow let them know that I've been there too. And maybe my experience of getting through those painful moments of others' disapproval and criticisms just might help to comfort or support their own journey in some way. And as I've said, I never thought much about how many people were watching the videos. I guess I always just figured that whoever needs the information would find it. You know, that those watching are the ones who needed to see it. So, yeah, I've watched so many channelers and YouTubers who have thousands of subscribers, and I've always been somewhat intrigued at why or how this comes about for one channel and not another. And during a recent Zoom webinar I attended that was supposed to be about consciousness, yet that's about all they talked about how to keep the YouTube algorithm happy, to gain more followers. And you know, to tell you the truth, that just kind of didn't feel right to me. I mean, it's great for anyone who chooses to do that. I just don't feel that that's what my channel is necessarily about. And it certainly isn't why I make the videos. I really don't have as much interest in the quantity of followers, but focusing instead on putting out something that might be interesting, or something I've learned and now know to be true, for me anyway. This is what feeds my soul. It's like a craving inside to tell others about the experiences I've had of contact and communication with higher thought, spirit guides and galactic beings, hoping that if I share this with others, it might in some way assist them on their trip through this crazy Earth experience. You know, after that webinar, I really wondered if I should use some of these tactics within my own channel in order to pick up more subscribers by the various means of feeding the YouTube algorithm, like having a subscribe button on the screen, or prompting for a like or a share, which is totally cool. In fact, the speaker on the webinar kept saying that if you value your content, no one is going to know you're out there unless you promote it. And I know and understand that for a large majority of YouTubers, this is their entire income. And when I do discover that this is true for a YouTuber, if I agree with their content, I always try to help out by liking or subscribing myself because, hey, that's how it all works. And I honor that. Plus, I know what it's like to have someone subscribe or leave a like. I just get a real thrill when I get a new subscriber. I just feel uplifted. So I know the feeling and want to give that support to others, especially when I know what it might mean to them. However, what doesn't feel right is when I notice a channel that is constantly using clickbait phrases and words in their thumbnails to grab our attention. You know, like in big red letters, "It's coming," or "You need to watch this," or promising that this will change your life, or a must-see, the shocking truth, how to get out of this simulation, and then there's, you know, nothing about it in the video. And you know, I mean, that's all fine, but seriously, I have noticed that so many times when I do fall for it and watch that podcast, it turns out that there's most often nothing in it of the subject that they had on their thumbnail. I always feel like I was kind of duped into wasting my time. And personally, I just don't want to do that to my friends who follow my channel. As I've said, I'm not necessarily here to feed an algorithm. Plus, my channel is not monetized. For me, it's all sort of organic. I just make a video whenever I get inspired to share something that I feel might be useful or even just interesting. I just don't feel comfortable with the pressure to constantly be putting out content. I'm only here to tell my story and, you know, for those who might be interested. And I don't really follow a schedule as such. I know if I did, this would probably bring more followers and make YouTube happy. But I think I would kind of feel coerced maybe, or like I'd sold out in some way. You know, this is why I value so much the subscribers that I do get, because it makes me feel like they must have liked it, gotten something out of it. And I know it sounds funny, but I feel such a love for those who connect with my videos because they're like family. I know they wouldn't have subscribed if they didn't have a similar hunger for this sort of subject matter as I do myself. Anyway, what kind of prompted me to sit here and turn the camera on was I was so excited to realize that over 400 people have now subscribed to my little channel. And I was so moved by that. I felt like I had 400 friends. And I found myself picturing what 400 people in one arena or classroom would look like. And I just somehow wanted to thank all those beautiful souls who found value in something I said and were pulled to subscribe or leave a like or even share the video with someone else. Wow. So really, I guess all I wanted to say here was thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I love you.